Hideous Hank. One morning, Hank was sulking in the sheds. He was not very happy. Both Thomas Ferdinand and Rosie wondered why. "I think I know what it is," said Ferdinand. But Hank didn't say it. But a few moments later, the three engines waited for Hank. "That's strange," said Rosie. "Hank's normally happy and raring to show his American paint to everybody," she said. I don't know why he's sulking. "Maybe he's just a little bit upset about something," said Thomas. But still Hank was not ready to say anything. Moments later, he still wouldn't burst it out. But the next 3 minutes later, Frank had enough and finally spat the truth out. He was very cross. "Ah," he said, "I'm jealous of Connor." "See, told you," said Ferdinand. I'm jealous of Connor because he goes faster than me," he said. "Don't be mad at him," said Thomas. "Even though he is the fastest, doesn't mean you can get mad at him." "But I'm so jealous of him," said Hank. "I'm even trying to beat his record, but he still thinks he wins more than me," he said. I don't care what he thinks," he said. "He's just a show-off." "No, he's not," said Rosie. He's just friendly," he said. "Like as if I want to know," said Hank. Hank soon had enough. He was very cross with the situation. "I'm going to show how fast I can go more than Connor," said Hank, and he puffed out of the sheds. But when Hank arrived at the signet area, Connor didn't appear, so Hank was cross. "Shucks," he said. "Connor is not there." Then it gave him an idea. "While Connor's away," he said to himself, "I could beat his record on my own," he said. And then he reduced steam and puffed on. "I'm enjoying this," he went on. He was enjoying the race he's having on his own. He raced down too fast that he couldn't even apply his brakes. "Well, Hank," said his driver, "slow down." "I'm not slowing down until I beat Connor's record," he said, and he still puffed on. But every place Hank goes to, no engine was there to see how fast he can go. "This is boring," he went on. "I'm a splendid engine, not a show-off," he said. He was very cross with the situation. He even raced past by the engine sheds. They didn't know Hank could go this fast until... But then there was trouble. Hank's chance had finally come. He seen his chance in his head and puffed on. His chance was that he saw Dennis, Boko and Mighty Mark. He sped past by them. "Whoa, Hank," said Boko, "you're going way too fast." "Agreed," said Mighty Mark. And indeed he was. Hank was coming down the line too fast. He even saw Duck on a line. "No, Hank!" shouted Duck. He shut his eyes before the crash, but Duck had just opened his eyes. "Phew," he went. "That was close." But Hank didn't know that he was heading for trouble. He raced through a tunnel and then he saw what was happening. There was Bertram having trouble with the trucks. Hank couldn't stop. "No!" he cried, and he crashed into the trucks and pushed Bertram into a ditch. "Whoa, Hank," said Bertram. "Please try to stop next time." Then Hank's chance was ruined. "Oh dear," he said. "I'll never be able to beat Connor's record now," he moaned, and then indeed he wasn't. When the mess was cleaned up and Hank and Bertram back on the rails, Hank still looked miserable. "It's not fair," he went. "What's not fair?" asked Bertram. "I was trying to beat Connor's record, but he still thinks he's better than me." "No, he doesn't," said Bertram. "Connor was trying to test you," he said. He still thinks you're the fastest. By the way," he said, "why don't you and he challenge each other now to a race?" Hank smiled. "Thank you," he said, and he puffed off happily to tell Connor. At last, Connor was at the signet area, and Hank finally puffed up towards him. "Hello, Connor," he said. "Would you like a challenge?" "What challenge?" said Connor. Connor didn't know what Hank was talking about. "Would you like a race?" he said. Connor began to smile. "You're on, Hank," he said, and Hank began to smile. He knew it doesn't matter if he hasn't beaten Connor's record, and today he was going to prove it. And as the two puffed on together, they raced happily as the speed went by.